solution. So it changed according to the steps. And if we see this thing, it is more applicable than the other one. So we will see how it will be there. So before going to this, we will have some basic formula. So in order to do this problem, knapsack problem, we need to have these two formulas. If we know these two formulas, then we can do it easily. So what are the problems? P of I comma j is equal to max of V of I minus 1 comma j comma V of I plus either this or this one, V of I plus V of I minus 1 comma j minus wi. So this formula is applicable if j minus wi is greater than or equal to 0. So we will see this formula once again. So what is this formula? V of ij is equal to max of V of I minus 1 comma j, that is in the V table. We will see it when we come to the problem. There will be a table. Initially we need to construct a table. On that table we need to apply this formula, comma V of I plus V of I minus 1 comma j minus wi. These two we will calculate this formula, whatever value we will get using this formula and this formula. We will calculate both the values and we will check that whichever has got the maximum. You can see here it is a maximum. Whichever is maximum, that we will substitute into the table. And this formula is applicable when j minus wi is greater than or equal to 0. So firstly we need to calculate j minus wi. If it comes greater than that, then we need to calculate these two values. So first one is V of I minus 1 comma j. Next one is V of I plus V of I minus 1 comma j wi. Then we will check it which one has got the maximum value. So based on the maximum value, we will substitute here maximum. So next. So we have got the case for j of j minus wi is greater than or equal to 0. So similarly we need to get it for the j minus wi is less than or equal to 0. So for that what we will do is V of I minus 1 comma j if j minus wi is less than 0. So this is one more formula that is applicable here. What is this? V of I minus 1 comma j if j minus wi is less than 0. If the value is less than 0, at that time we will apply this one, V of I minus 1 comma j. So whatever the value is there in the previous table, same thing we will apply it, V of I minus 1 comma j. This formula is applicable. So next, and these things are for j minus wi. If, and again two more formulas, if V of 0 comma j, it means that among the I and j values, if any one is 0, in that case what we will do? What is the formula? Is equal to 0. So if I value is 0, then whatever may be the j value, it will be 0. So what is this? For j is greater than or equal to 0. This is the condition. And one more condition is also there, V of I comma 0. It means that, so whenever the value of j is 0, so here what may be the values, whether it may be 1, 2 or whatever it might be. So if the j value is 0, then we will substitute this as a 0. Again, for I is greater than or equal to 0. So this is the formula again. So we will analyze it once again. Let us see. So this is a knapsack problem which comes under the dynamic programming technique. So here what we will do is, so first thing, V of ij we will calculate. So how it will be calculated? Maximum of V of I minus 1. Firstly, what is the formula? We will check the I and j values. If any one is 0 among I and j values, then directly we will apply the 0 as per this formula. So what is the basic formula? We'll check I and j values. If any one is 0, we will substitute 0. If that is not the case, if both the values are non-zero, then we will calculate j minus wi. So here wi is the weight that is given in the problem statement. So weight will be there, j minus wi is greater than or equal to 0, then we will apply this formula. Max of v of I minus 1 comma j comma v of I plus v of this formula. Otherwise, in the reverse case, if j minus wi is less than 0, in that case what we will do? V of I minus 1 comma j. This formula we will be applying in that case. So these two are the cases. So just firstly we need to note down this thing, then we can go for the problem statement. So try to analyze this. Once we are analyzed with these things, we can go for the problem statement. So I think we have done with this. We have analyzed with the formulas. So now we will go for one problem. So on problem we will go now. So I will just erase this thing. I hope everyone is having this copy. So if you are watching this, then take down these formulas, then we can go for the problem. I hope you all have noted down these problems, this formula. So we have done till here. So what is our next case? So we have got the formula. We will go for one problem. So once we solve that problem, we will get the entire thing. So I will we will see one problem now. So this is one problem statement that is given. What it will be? So I will note it down here. Item, weight, and value. So these three things are given here. You can observe. Item, weight, and value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 2. 12, 10, 20, 15. So this table is given. We can observe here. We have got this table. So in this table, I will just make this thing clear. So I have created a table. So what will be the problem statement is? Yes, this is the problem statement. For the given instance of the problem, apply the knapsack technique using dynamic approach to solve it. So this is what the problem statement which is given. I will repeat it once again. For the given instance of the problem, apply the dynamic programming technique of knapsack problem in order to solve it. So this is the problem statement which will be given, and along with that this table will be given, item, weight and value, and one more thing will be given, capacity. So this is also needed. So I will write it here itself, capacity W is equal to 5. So when we saw the problem, at that time we have came across one thing, J minus Wi. Yes, J minus Wi is less than 0, or else J minus Wi is greater than 0. That thing we have got when we have seen the formulas. So this is also given in the problem statement, W. Capacity W is equal to 5. So this is what the problem statement will be given. So I will repeat it once again. So in the problem statement, what you will be getting is this set of a table. So in the table, it contains the weight. So this weight will change for each item. So item 1 is having weight 2. Next item 2 is having weight 1. So similarly, so for all the items, we will be getting the weights. And what is one more thing? Value. So what is the value associated with the item and the weight? So we can see here, so item 1 and weight 2 is having value of 12. Similarly, item 2 is having value 10. Similarly, item 3 is having value of 20. Item 4 is having value of 15. So like this, we will be getting the item, weight and value things. So these three things we will be getting with the capacity W is equal to 5. So what is our next thing? So first thing, we have got this thing. So how to solve this? This is a problem statement which is given in an knapsack. So in order to get a solution, so firstly what we will do is, so we'll check out the formula, and based on this we will construct a table. In order to construct a table, so I will write a solution here. This is a problem statement. So this entire thing is problem statement, whatever is given. So now I will go for the solution. So how to solve this? So I will write it as solution. SOLM, that is solution based on this problem. So in order to get a solution, what I will do is, I will apply the formula. So whatever we have got the formulas. So same formulas we will apply it. That is, if anyone is, that is either I is 0 or J is 0, then we will get it 0. That is one formula. And what is one more formula? J minus Wi is greater than 0, or J minus Wi is less than 0. That is also one of the formula that we have got. Even I can apply that also. So based on that, I can apply any of the formulas, right? So we will see it and look into this one. So firstly, what is there? So you can note down this. We'll take some 1 or 2 minutes time for analyzing. Then we can go for the solution part. So try to analyze this thing and try to see. We will see the solution then. Yes, I think we have got it till here. So we will continue with the things. So firstly, what is there? So I will construct a table based on this. What I will write is capacity J. I. So capacity J, that one we have got it. So I will write it as, so here, since I have written capacity J, so what is the capacity of ours? Yes? You just tell me. So here this capacity is 5, so I'll write it as 1 to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this one we have written it. So why we have written it till 5? We can observe here capacity W is equal to 5. So here we have written 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right? So what is the next one more thing? Items, that is 4 items are there. So I will write it as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we have done with the table. So only thing is we need to write the values. Right? So what you have written, how I have written I and J, you can observe here. So firstly, we need to construct this matrix. So how to construct this? Let us see here. We will look into the problem. Capacity J is 5 is there. So you have written 0 to 5. Suppose if it is 3, then 0, 1, 2, 3. So like that. Whatever the capacity is there, till that we will write it. So 5 is there. So I have written 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what is next thing? Capacity 5 is over. Then items. So in this side, in the ith column, we will write this thing as a row. And in the jth side, whatever the items are there. So 4 items are there, so I will write it as 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this thing, we have written it. So I will just do this thing. Yes. So 0 to 4 is there. So we have constructed. So I will just construct a table so that it looks. So we have constructed one table. Yes, you can observe here a table is being constructed. So we will fill these columns. So try to take on this thing. So what we have done? So what is the capacity of J? That is 5. We have taken it 0 to 5 and items are 4. So we have written as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is the next thing now? So once we have constructed this matrix, we need to fill the values into it. So we need to fill these values into it, right? So how to fill these values? We can fill these values by applying the formulas. So whatever the formulas we have taken in the previous case, we will apply those formulas and we will insert the values into this table. That is the thing. So firstly we will apply it. So what is the case here? So what is the value of I here? And one more thing we need to write it along with this in order to get this thing. So item 1, what is the weight assigned weight is? 2. You can observe here item 1 weight is 2 and value is 12. So I will write it both the things. W1 means weight 1. What is that? 2. V1 12. So same thing I am writing here. So what is the value associated with item 2? Weight is 1 and value is 10. So what I should write? W2 is equal to 1, V2 is equal to 10. So I will write it as W2 is equal to 1, V2 is equal to 10. So what is our next case? Item 3. What is the weight associated with item 3? It is 3 and value is 20. W3 is equal to 3, V3 is equal to 20. Next case. What is the value associated with item 2? Weight is 2 and value is 15. So I'll write it as W4 is equal to 2, V4 is equal to 15. So these things we have written it already. So initially what we have done, so this was the problem statement given. So from this problem statement, So we have constructed this table first. So how we have constructed? So what is the value of J? That is capacity. Based on that we have filled the rows 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many items are there? 4 items are there. So we have written 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then associated weights and values. W1 is equal to 2, V1 is equal to 12. So like that. By looking into this table we have filled till here. Right? So till here we have done it. So we will go for the next thing. That is, what is the next case here? If you look into this table. So here, if we observe this side, value is 0 is the J value, and based on our formula, if anyone is 0, then we will substitute 0. I will get 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Why I have written 0? Based on our formula, if any one of this value, either I or J is 0, then we will write it as 0. Again, in this column, this is 0 is there, so I will write it as 0, 0, 0, 0. Done. So I have written zeros over there and zeros over here. Yes. So we will go for the next things. So since these values are zeros are there, we have written zeros here and zeros there. So we will go for the next case. Yes, we'll go for the next case. That is case 1, we will see it here for this one. For this value, in order to fill this value, so what are the parameters? What is the value of J here for this side capacity? J means, so value is 1, right? This column we need to fill. Here it is 1, so capacity is 1. So J is 1. And what is Wi? Here what is Wi? 2. Yes. So how we have taken it? So firstly, zeros are filled. What is the next step? Since both I and J are not zeros, non-zeros, right? So what we will do? We will calculate the J minus Wi. So in order to calculate J minus Wi values, we need the values of J and Wi. So here, this column we need to fill it. So in order to fill this column, we need this row and this column. So what is the value associated here? 1 is there. So capacity is defined here. So I have taken as J is equal to 1. So next, what is that? Wi. So Wi means weight. Here we can observe here. So for this one, the weight associated is 2. So we have written as 2. J minus Wi. So for this, we will calculate J minus Wi. So what is the value of J minus Wi? 1 minus 2 minus 1, which is less than or equal to 0. Correct? So we have calculated this one and we have checked J minus Wi value. So J value is 1 and Wi value is 2. 1 minus 2 is minus 1, which is less than 0. So for this case, so since the value is less than 0, so we will apply the case 2 here. So what is that case 2? What is that case 2? V minus V of I minus 1 comma J. If J minus Wi is less than 0. So since it is less than 0, so we will apply this formula. So what is this formula? V of I minus 1 comma j if j minus wi is less than 0. So this formula we will be applying it. So you can observe here wi is 2 is there, right? So here what is it? V of I minus 1 comma j. What is I? I value is 1 here. I minus 1 means 0 comma wi is 0. So what is that? J is here 1, I is 0, 0 comma 1 is 0, whatever value is there, we will apply it here. I minus 1 means 0, j is equal to 1, I minus 1 comma j. So this value is 0, so we have substituted 0. So what is our next case? So this one is done, case 1, right? So we'll go for the filling this value. So we need to fill for the I is equal to 1 and j is equal to 2 value. I is equal to 1, j is equal to 2 value. We need to fill it. So how to fill this? So firstly, what we will do is, so I'll just erase this thing since we have done for the case 1. So we'll apply for the case 2. So we will apply for the case 2. What is there here? What is the value of j? J value is 2, wi value is 2. J is equal to 2, wi is equal to 2. So what is this? J minus wi is equal to 0. So which formula we need to apply? First case. In the first case, what he has mentioned? Greater than or equal to. There are two conditions in that. So one is greater than and second one is the equal to. So since it is equal to, so we can apply that formula. So what is that formula? Max of, so we will say it, max of V of I minus 1 comma j small v of I plus V of I minus 1 comma j minus wi. So this formula we need to apply. So since this is the formula, we need to apply it here. So what does the problem statement says? Max of V of I minus 1 comma j. So we will calculate this thing. So I will write it here. So for the second one, max of V of I minus 1 comma j. What is that? V of I minus 1 comma j? Max of 0 comma. So what is that? Next one, V of I. What is the value of I here? 12. So I'll write it as 12 plus V of I minus 1 means V of 0. J minus W is 0. So 0. So max of 0 comma 12. So we will get it as a 12. Yes. So we have applied this formula. So in this formula what it says? Max of V I minus 1. First one comes as a 0. Second one is a 1. So we have applied 12 here. Right. So I will fill it 12. Right. You can analyze still here. We'll go for the next case. Similarly, we will apply for the next case. What is the next case here? Again same thing. So what is the value of j here? J is equal to 3 and Wi will remain same for the entire table. So j minus Wi, which is greater than or equal to 0. So we will apply this formula again. Max of 0 comma 12 plus 0, which will come 12. So I will fill it 12 here. Yes. Yes, so we have done till here. So again we will go for the next case. What is the value of j here? J value is 4. I'll write it as j is equal to 4. And what is wi? Wi is 2. So again j minus wi, which is greater than or equal to 0. 4 minus 2 is 2. Max of 0 comma 12 plus 0. Again it will come as 12. So I'll write it as 12. Similarly, it will also come 12. Yes, I will go for the third row and the third column. So we have done till here, and we'll go for the next case, that is case here. So the things again will change here. So I will write it as 1 here. And what is the value of j here? J value is 1 and wi value is, what is the value of wi? It is again 1. J minus wi is equal to 0. Again we will apply the second case, that is this case. Max of v of I minus 1 comma j, that is f I minus 1 comma j means 0, 0 comma v of phi. What is the value of v of phi here? 10, 10 plus again max of v of I minus 1 j minus 5 wi, that is 0, which will come as 10. Max of 0 comma 10 is 10, so I will write it as a 10. We will go for the next case, that is here we can observe j is equal to 2 and wi is equal to 1. Again if we calculate, j minus wi is greater than or equal to 0, greater than 0. So again we will apply that formula. Max of 0 comma max of, that is 12 here, this row, that is we have 5 minus 1 j means 5 minus 1 this one, j this one, 12 comma 0 plus 10, sorry 10 plus 0, which will come as max of 12 comma 10, which will be 12. So I will write it as 12 here, that's it. So here we got 12 here. Why 12? Because we have I minus 1 j. What is I? This is 2 here. 2 minus 1 is 1. J is 2. 1 comma 2. This value is 12. So this thing we have got it here. So we will go for the case 3. We'll go for the case 3. In that case 3, again we will calculate the values. So if we see the values, so what is value of Wij here? J is equal to 3 and Wi is equal to 2 again. Wi is equal to 1 again. J minus Wi is equal to B minus 1, which is greater than or equal to 0. Which is greater than 0. So we will apply this formula again. V of I minus 1 comma j, that is max of f I minus 1 j means this one, this value. 12 comma V of I is 10 plus V of I minus 1 j of Wi is 12. So max of 12 comma 22 we will get as 22. Similarly, if we calculate for these two, we will get 20. That's it. So we have done with this. We will go for the next case. It means that this row and this column we will fill it. So I'll just erase this thing. For this one, the j is 1, j is equal to 1, wi is equal to 3, right? So for this case, j minus wi, which is less than 0. So we will apply the first formula. So what is that for formula? V of I minus 1 comma j. V of I minus 1 comma j means this 10. Again we will apply this thing only 10 here, because again it will become 2. For this case, if we apply, it will come as 22, 30 and 32. Applying the formulas. We will go for the next case. Here again, j is equal to 1, wi is equal to 2, j minus wi, which is less than 0. So we will apply this case again. So if we go on filling the values 10, 15, 25, 30, 37, we will get it. since we have constructed a table, so we will go for the next thing. So do with the table first. Yes, we have done with this. So since after constructing the table, again we need to check which is the maximum value in the table. So which is maximum here? 37. If you look on into the table, for each value the maximum value comes as 37. So what we will do is, so how we got 34? V of 4 comma 5 is equal to 37. That is V is equal to 4 here, J is 5 here. For this one we have got as 37. So we will compare it. V of 4 comma 5 is not equal to V of 3 comma 5, because V of 3 comma 5 value is 32. So just above the row we will check it. Both are not equal. So then what we will do is, so this is for the item 4. So item 4 included. If the values are different, then this value item will be included. So what is the weight associated with item 2? Weight is 2 for item 4. So among these 5, entire weight 5, I will reduce 2 weight. I need to get this 5 weight, so it will become 3. So 3 weight I need to calculate it. So again, how it will be calculated? V of 3 comma 3, I will check it with V of 2 comma 3. So since they are equal, so item 3 cannot be a part of the solution. Again I will compare item 2 3 with 1 3. V of 2 3 is not equal to V of 1 3. So item 2 is a part of the solution. So item 2. Similarly, if we go on checking, so the solution is item 1, item 2, comma, item 4. These are part of the solution. That's it. This is the solution.